We're going to get started. I'm calling this meeting to order. The time is 5:30 p.m. in accordance with the Texas Open Meetings Act, Texas Government Code Chapter 551. This meeting is officially open with a quorum present. The following board members are present virtually, and I will now call each of their names in the order of their districts. So District 2 Trustee Toby Jackson.
Present.
Good to see you, Toby. District 3 Trustee. Oh yeah, good evening. District 3 Trustee Quentin Phillips.
Good evening, President Ramos. Trustee Quentin Phillips, representing District 3.
Thank you. District 4 Trustee Daphne Brookins.
Good evening, President Ramos. This is Daphne Brookins representing District 4.
All right. District 5 Trustee CJ Evans.
Good. Present.
Alrighty. District 6 Trustee Andor.
Good evening, President Ramos. Andor representing District 6.
All right. District 7 Trustee Norman Robbins.
Good evening, President Ramos. This is Norman Robbins representing District 7.
All right. District 8 Trustee Anael Luevanos.
Good evening, President Ramos. Anael Luevanos, representing District 8.
Okay. And then District 9 Trustee Ashley Paz will not be able to join us tonight. And I am President Jacinto Ramos Jr. representing District 1, and I am present. On March 16, 2020, Governor Abbott temporarily suspended certain open meeting requirements imposed by the Texas Open Meetings Act to slow the spread of COVID-19. This action permits meetings subject to the Open Meetings Act to be hosted by telephone or video conference. This meeting is being broadcasted live via Spectrum Charter, Channel 192, the Forward ISD Ed TV channel on YouTube, by searching for YouTube FWISD EDTV and the link provided in the agenda. In accordance with those suspended rules, we certify the following. Notice of this meeting has been posted online for at least 72 hours. Number one, although members of the board are not gathered in a central physical location, we do have a quorum in attendance at this meeting by video conference or telephone call. Two, we are meeting by use of Zoom software application, which allows two-way communication for members of the public. Three, as we would at any in-person meeting, members of the public who have followed the instructions on the meeting notice for registering to speak during the public comment portion will be unmuted for 3 minutes to speak. Four, all other meeting procedures will adhere to board adopted procedures to the extent practicable. Five, an audio recording of this meeting is being made and will be available to the public at a later date. Six, we apologize in advance for any unforeseeable difficulties and ask for your patience as we navigate unprecedented times. Seven, if you have any questions about these suspended laws, please call the Office of the Attorney General at 888-672-6787 or by email at toma@oag.texas.gov. We will now move to our pledges, which will be led by Mr. Clint Bond.
Thank you, President Ramos. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible.
Thank you, Mr. Bond. We will now move on to recognitions. Mr. Bond from the communications team will lead us in these recognitions.
Thank you, Mr. Ramos. As National School Nurse Appreciation Week is underway, this evening we are taking a few moments to celebrate our 132 school nurses. Since the district closed school doors in March to prevent the spread of COVID-19, Fort Worth ISD school nurses have been hard at work conducting wellness checks at district campuses and facilities that include specific questions and temperature checks for volunteers at meals to go sites and employees entering school or district facilities. The wellness checks support Centers for Disease Control and Prevention public health guidelines. while also maintaining safety and preventing disease transmission among volunteers and others. Our school year was totally disrupted as far as the norm due to COVID-19, said Health Director Alice Turner Jackson. Our nurses, however, have stepped up to the plate to get things done as they always do. Needless to say, we are proud of them, she said. Throughout the school year, Fort Worth ISD school nurses provide health services to students and staff, considering the whole family dynamic when problem solving or assessing student needs. National Nurses Week runs through tomorrow and simultaneously celebrates school nurses. Since 1972, National School Nurse Day has recognized school nurses while also giving insight into the role they play in the educational setting. The 2020 National School Nurse Day theme is School Nurses Supporting Students in Times of Crisis. This year, the World Health Organization has designated 2020 as the Year of the Nurse and Midwife, honoring the 200th birth anniversary of Florence Nightingale. This May, the American Nurses Association is extending National Nurses Week to a month-long celebration to expand opportunities to elevate and celebrate nursing. And we certainly congratulate all of the nurses in the Fort Worth ISD. Next, Mr. Ramos, the Fort Worth ISD students, teachers, and administrators may be operating from home right now, but that didn't stop the district from selecting not one, not two, but 10 District Teachers of the Year. In 10 separate Zoom meetings on April 20th, campus principals and colleagues surprised their teacher winners with signs, balloons, and music to announce that they were one of the 10 District Teachers of the Year for 2020. Every teacher was surprised by the announcement, and some were visibly moved by the praise they received from their peers in the meeting. A panel of judges had previously selected these 10 exemplary teachers from more than 70 applicants. Each applicant had already been elected by their peers as the Campus Teacher of the Year. In a typical year, these 10 teachers would have been named finalists who would have then gone through a rigorous panel interview process to determine one elementary and one secondary Teacher of the Year. But this year is anything but typical, and the district decided to name 5 elementary and 5 secondary Teachers of the Year. All 10 winners had a special Zoom meeting in April with Superintendent Kent Scribner, Board of Education President Jacinto Ramos, and district partners Central Market. Central Market is the annual sponsor for the Campus Teacher of the Year and District Teacher of the Year recognition programs, and they have provided each Teacher of the Year with a special prize in their honor. While these teachers will not be able to attend the traditional Teacher Award dinner, the district shined the digital spotlight on them with special videos and photos on the district website. And of course, tonight they are being virtually recognized at this school board meeting. So let me introduce them. The elementary teachers. Jennifer Sanchez is a 3rd grade math and reading teacher from Western Hills Elementary. She has a master's and a bachelor's degrees from the University of Texas at Arlington. Next is Brooke Darby, 5th grade ELAR and social studies teacher from De Zavala Elementary, bachelor's degree from Texas Tech University. Next is Carmenita Moreno, 5th grade science and social studies teacher from Sam Rosen Elementary, bachelor's degree from the University of Texas at Arlington. Amy Kraft, dyslexia interventionist, Carter Park Elementary, bachelor's degree from Creighton College. And Maria Cadena, 2nd grade DLE English language arts teacher, Cesar Chavez Elementary, bachelor's degree from University of California, Los Angeles. Our secondary teachers are Kathy Elliott, a 9th grade biology teacher and a 9th grade college transitions, Texas Academy of Biomedical Sciences. Has a master's degree from the University of Texas at Arlington and a bachelor's degree from the University of Texas at Austin. Derek Semilowski, head director of bands, Eastern Hills High School, bachelor's degree from Mansfield University of Pennsylvania. Matthew Bradford, sixth grade health teacher from Meadowbrook Middle School with a master's degree from the University of Texas at Arlington and a bachelor's degree from Stephen F. Austin University. Vicki Robertson, an avid teacher from Polytechnic High School, bachelor's degree from Texas Wesleyan University. Ray Horton, Geometry and Algebra 1 teacher from TCC South, Fort Worth ISD Collegiate, master's degree from the University of Texas at Arlington, a bachelor's degree from Baylor University, a bachelor's degree from the University of Texas at Austin. Mr. Ramos, this concludes the recognitions for this evening.
Thank you, Mr. Bond. We will move on to public comment. Let me remind you that because of the restrictions by the Texas Open Meetings Act, board members may not engage in a verbal exchange about a subject that has not been posted. We will listen and take notes. The board is prohibited from responding to any inquiries made during a board meeting on any topic not posted on the agenda. However, the board may reply with 1, a statement of specific factual information given in response to the inquiry, 2, a recitation of existing policy in response to the inquiry, or 3, direct a person to visit with staff about the issue. While the board listens to concerns of a general nature, speakers should refrain from mentioning names of individual employees or public officers during their comments. Any employee, parent, or other member of the public is asked to comply with the appropriate grievance policy to have a complaint heard pursuant to the applicable board policy. No presentation may exceed 3 minutes unless the speaker has a prior approval for additional time because of the use of a translator. Speakers who require the assistance of a translator are permitted double the allotted time of speakers who do not require the assistance of a translator. Furthermore, a speaker may not relinquish his or her time to another speaker. I ask that you please observe these rules for the purpose of effectively accomplishing the business of the meeting in a timely manner. Because we are utilizing an online platform, all speakers will be announced to speak in the order they signed up. Mr. Clint Bond will announce the speaker's name, and at that time, his or her microphone will be unmuted for 3 minutes. Before making your comment, state your name and then proceed with your comment. At the end of 3 minutes, your microphone will be muted. Mr. Bond, will you please call our first speaker?
Mr. Ramos, our first scheduled speaker for this evening is Ryan Wheeler. Mr. Wheeler, are you there?
I am here. Thank you.
You may begin, sir.
Greetings, and thank you for this opportunity to bring my concern before you this evening. I would like to start by saying that I recognize that privately owned devices are the responsibility of the parents to manage. However, I have found that the technology that has been issued to my student by the school district is not properly monitored nor controlled. The Chromebook that was issued to my student is capable of creating and accessing multiple online accounts. This, in combination with the ever-growing array of social media, effectively skirts district tools intended to protect the students. This gives students access to multiple applications that support image sharing and direct messaging, which has gone completely unmonitored. This, combined with the generational gap in technological literacy between parents and students, has created an inability for parents to even identify the risk to their children, much less have any recourse to protect them. I'm not asking for severe restrictions to be implemented, but rather a utilization of a set of tools that bring awareness to the educators and parents of those things that threaten our students the most and empower us to have the right conversations to guide them through what is most often the toughest times of their lives. With that said, I present to you, to the board, a tool that has been very useful to me as a parent, bark.us. I encourage the board to review this tool or others like it for the betterment of our students' educational experience at Fort Worth ISD. Thank you for your time.
Our next speaker is Patrick Wells. Mr. Wells, are you there?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
You may begin, sir.
Thank you all for your time. My name is Patrick Wells, and I'm commenting today regarding and in protest of recent changes that were made to the admissions criteria for Daggett Montessori Elementary School. I'm a lifelong resident of Fort Worth. I attended Fort Worth ISD schools as a child and I'm a parent to one child currently enrolled in Fort Worth ISD schools at Daggett Montessori, and to another who will attend Daggett Elementary preschool program in the coming fall, and hopefully Daggett Montessori in the following academic year. According to an article published in the Star Telegram, May 12, 2020, titled "Parents Divided Over Change to Fort Worth Montessori Schools Admission Criteria," the Fort Worth School Board made a unanimous vote last month to strike the neighborhood preference for Daggett Montessori. In reviewing the Fort Worth ISD's Board of Education's regular meeting materials for its March and April sessions, it is difficult to determine what changes were actually made to the policy and how these changes took shape. I, and I'm sure others, am left with a number of questions, such as where and when this item was proposed, what specifically was voted on, what dialogue surrounded the change, what stakeholders were invited to be a part of the process, and for what reason the change was implemented. To my knowledge, there was no effort on behalf of the school board to consult our community. Rather, I and other stakeholders, those living in the attendance area and those with children currently enrolled in Daggett Montessori, were unaware that such a change was even on the table. And rather, it appears as if the school board took advantage of the general confusion and dislocation surrounding the unprecedented COVID-19 situation in order to pass what otherwise might have been a controversial measure. I am disappointed that not even one board member would dissent against taking this dramatic action in the middle of a crisis. And I am disappointed that not even one board member would think to solicit the opinions of the constituents who would be most directly impacted by such a change prior to its implementation. With that, I'll cede the remainder of my time, and I thank you all for listening to my concerns.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Ramos, that concludes our scheduled speakers for this evening.
Thank you, Mr. Bond. Moving on to this, I want to thank everyone for their thoughts this evening. Thank you for sharing them with the board. Moving on to number 5, discussion of consent agenda items. As board president, I'm making the following statement in accordance with board policy BBFA local. This is a reminder to all board members of the legal conflict of interest requirements and disclosure requirements you may have for matters under consideration on the agenda for this meeting. If required by law, board members shall recuse themselves from all discussion and shall abstain from voting on any matters pertaining to such a disclosure. We will move on to see if you have any questions concerning consent agenda items, and I will call on each trustee individually to see if you have any comments or any questions. So we'll begin with District 2 Trustee Toby Jackson.
No, sir, I don't have any questions or concerns. Thank you.
District 3 Trustee Quentin Phillips.
No questions at this time, President Ramos.
Thank you. District 4 Trustee Daphne Brookins.
No questions at this time. Thank you.
District 5 Trustee CJ Evans.
No questions, President Ramos.
District 6 Trustee Andor.
No questions, President Ramos.
District 7 Trustee Norman Robbins.
No questions or comments, President Ramos.
District 8 Trustee Ana Luevanos.
No questions or comments, President Ramos.
Okay. District 9 Trustee Ashley Paz is not with us tonight. I am District 1 Trustee Jacinto Ramos Jr., and I don't have any questions for Dr. Scribner and his team. So we will move on. The time is 5:49 p.m. The date is Tuesday, May 12th, 2020. We will now recess and reconvene virtually for executive session as authorized by Chapter 551 of the Texas Government Code under Sections 551.071, .072, .074, and .076. I'll see you, my colleagues, on the other link. Okay, everyone, we're ready. In accordance with the open meetings law, the board opened a meeting at 5:30 p.m. in a private video conference with a quorum present, recessed and reconvened open session virtually, adjourned regular session, convened executive session, then adjourned executive session is now reconvened open session at 7:51 p.m. in the public virtual video conference with a quorum present. The trustees who are present virtually are District 2 Trustee Toby Jackson.
Present.
Thank you. District 3 Trustee Quentin Phillips.
Present.
Thank you. District 4 Trustee Daphne Brookins.
Present.
District 5 Trustee CJ Evans.
Present.
District 6 Trustee Andar.
Present.
District 7 Trustee Norman Robbins.
Present.
Thank you. District 8 Trustee Anaya Luevanos.
Present.
Thank you. District 9 Trustee Ashley Paz was not able to be with us tonight. And I am District 1 Trustee Jacinto Ramos Jr. and I am present. We will move on to item number 10, accepting consent agenda items. Do I have a motion accepting consent agenda items? Then I'd ask that you, as a trustee, please state your name and when you're making the motion.
This is Trustee Norman Robbins. I move approval of the consent agenda.
I second.
Thank you. So we have a motion by Trustee Norman Robbins. The second was by Trustee Anaya Luevanos. Any discussion? I will call on each one of you individually to see if you have any discussion. District 2 Trustee Toby Jackson.
No discussion.
Thank you. District 3 Trustee Quentin Phillips.
No discussion.
District 4 Trustee Daphne Brookins.
No discussion.
Thank you. District 5 Trustee CJ Evans.
No discussion.
Thank you. District 6 Trustee Andar.
No discussion.
District 7 Trustee Norman Robbins.
No discussion.
District 8 Trustee Anaya Luevanos.
No discussion.
And I am District 1 Trustee Jacinto Ramos Jr. and I have no discussion. We will please move to voting. As I call your names, please say yes or no. Begin with District 2 Trustee Toby Jackson.
Yeah.
Sorry, Toby, I don't know if I heard you.
I can't hear you. My Wi-Fi's in and out.
Okay, we're voting on consent agenda, yes or no?
Yes, thank you, sir.
Okay, you're welcome. District 3 Trustee Quentin Phillips.
Yes.
District 4 Trustee Daphne Brookins.
Yes.
District 5 Trustee CJ Evans.
Yes.
District 6 Trustee Andar.
Yes.
District 7 Trustee Norman Robbins.
Yes.
District 8 Trustee Anaya Luevanos.
Yes.
I am District 1 Trustee Jacinto Ramos Jr. and I vote yes, so the motion passes 8-4 and 0 against. Moving on to action items. None is needed for 11A. No items were removed from consent agenda. For 11B personnel, nothing needed there. So we will, and we also, so no A and B. We will move on to 12C, which is discussion and action to approve recommendation to terminate certain probationary contract employees at the end of the contract period in the best interest of the district pursuant to Chapter 21 of the Texas Education Code. I believe, Ms. Andar, you have a motion to read for us?
I do. I move to terminate the Chapter 21 probationary contracts of Sandra Garcia and Wynn Lovelace at the end of the contract period in the best interest of the district.
Second.
Thank you. So we have a motion by Trustee Andar. We have a second by Trustee Toby Jackson. I'm going to call on each trustee for discussion. District 2 Trustee Toby Jackson, do you have anything?
No discussion, sir.
Thank you. District 3 Trustee Quentin Phillips.
No discussion.
Thank you. District 4 Trustee Daphne Brookins.
No discussion.
District 5 Trustee CJ Evans.
No discussion.
District 6 Trustee Andar.
No discussion.
District 7 trustee Norman Robbins.
No discussion.
District 8 trustee Anael Luevanos.
No discussion.
Thank you. And I am District 1 trustee Jacinto Ramos Jr. and I have no discussion. We will move to vote. As I call your name, trustees, please say yes, no, or abstain. District 2 trustee Toby Jackson. Sorry, Toby. Yes, no, or abstain?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
District 3 trustee Quentin Phillips.
Yes.
District 4 trustee Daphne Brookins.
Yes.
District 5 trustee CJ Evans.
Yes.
District 6 trustee Andar.
Yes.
District 7 trustee Norman Robbins.
Yes.
District 8 trustee Anael Luevanos.
Yes.
And District 1 trustee Jacinto Ramos Jr. and I vote yes. Motion passes unanimously 8-4 and 0 against with 0 abstentions. We will move on to 12D, discussion and action to approve, renew, and award probationary and term Chapter 21 employment contracts of specified certified employees for the 2020-2021 contract year, including but not limited to teachers, campus professionals, campus administrators, principals, directors, executive directors, assistant superintendents, and executive officers. Do I have a motion by?
So moved.
Second.
I'm sorry, the second was by Daphne?
Yes.
Trustee, thank you. So we have a motion by trustee Toby Jackson. We have a second by trustee Daphne Brookins. We'll look for discussion. I'll call on you individually. District 2 trustee Toby Jackson, any discussion?
No discussion.
Thank you. District 3 trustee Quentin Phillips.
No discussion.
Thank you. District 4 trustee Daphne Brookins.
No discussion.
Thank you. District 5 trustee CJ Evans.
No discussion.
District 6 trustee Andar.
No discussion.
District 7 trustee Norman Robbins.
No discussion.
District 8 trustee Anael Luevanos.
No discussion.
And I am District 1 trustee Jacinto Ramos Jr. and I have no discussion to add. Well, please move to voting. I'll call your name as trustees and please say yes, no, or if you abstain. District 2 trustee Toby Jackson.
Yes.
Thank you. District 3 trustee Quentin Phillips.
Yes.
Thank you. District 4 trustee Daphne Brookins.
Yes.
Thank you. District 5 trustee CJ Evans.
Yes.
District 6 trustee Andar.
Yes.
District 7 trustee Norman Robbins.
Yes.
District 8 trustee Anael Luevanos.
Yes.
And I am District 1 trustee Jacinto Ramos Jr. and I vote yes. So the motion passes 8-4, 0 against, and no one abstaining. We will move on to E, discussion and action to approve resolution declaring certain real estate holdings of Fort Worth Independent School District as surplus and no longer necessary for the operation of the school district, excluding mineral rights. Looking for a motion.
This is Norman Robbins. I so move.
We have a motion by Mr. Norman Robbins. Do I have a second?
Second.
This is trustee CJ Evans, second by her. Gonna go by each trustee for any discussion. District 2 trustee Toby Jackson, any discussion?
No discussion.
Thank you. District 3 trustee Quentin Phillips.
No discussion.
District 4 trustee Daphne Brookins.
No discussion.
District 5 trustee CJ Evans.
No discussion.
District 6 trustee Andar.
No discussion.
District 7 trustee Norman Robbins.
No discussion.
District 8 trustee Anael Luevanos.
No discussion.
And I am District 1 trustee Jacinto Ramos Jr. and I have no discussion. We will move to vote. We'll call your names as trustees and ask that you say yes, no, or abstain. District 2 trustee Toby Jackson.
Yes.
District 3 trustee Quentin Phillips.
Yes.
District 4 trustee Daphne Brookins.
Yes.
District 5 trustee CJ Evans.
Yes.
District 6 trustee Andar.
Yes.
District 7 trustee Norman Robbins.
Yes.
District 8 trustee Anaya Luevanos.
Yes.
And I am District 1 trustee Jacinto Ramos Jr. and I vote yes. Motion passes 8-4, 0 against, and no one abstaining. We'll move on to 12F, discussion and action to approve purchase and sell agreement for the sale of 840 Cooks Lane, Fort Worth, Texas 76120, excluding mineral rights. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
I have a motion by trustee Toby Jackson. Do I have a second?
I second.
So we have a second by trustee Quentin Phillips. We will move on to discussion. We'll call each trustee for an opportunity for discussion. District 2 trustee Toby Jackson.
No discussion.
District 3 trustee Quentin Phillips.
No discussion.
District 4 trustee Daphne Brookins.
No discussion.
District 5 trustee CJ Evans.
No discussion.
District 6 trustee Ann Dar.
No discussion.
District 7 trustee Norman Robbins.
Yes, thank you, President Ramos. I do wish to make a comment. I'm going to vote against not only this item, but the next two, the sale to private entities, in that I'm looking at this strictly from a real estate perspective and feel that we could get much more value for our students by doing ground leases on all our surplus properties. And because we're outright selling these, I'm going to be voting no on this one and the next two. Thank you.
Thank you, trustee Robbins. District 8 trustee Anaya Luevanos.
No discussion.
District 1 trustee, I'm District 1 trustee Jacinto Ramos Jr. and I have no discussion, so we will move to vote. I will call your names, trustees, and ask that you say yes, no, or abstain. District 2 trustee Toby Jackson.
Yes.
District 3 trustee Quentin Phillips.
Yes.
District 4 trustee Daphne Brookins.
Yes.
District 5 trustee CJ Evans.
Yes.
District 6 trustee Ann Dar.
Yes.
District 7 trustee Norman Robbins.
No.
District 8 trustee Anaya Luevanos.
Yes.
And I am District 1 trustee Jacinto Ramos Jr. and I vote yes. So the motion passes 7-4 and 1 against. Moving on to 12G, discussion and action to approve purchase and sell agreement for the sale of 3150 McCart Avenue, Fort Worth, Texas 76109, excluding mineral rights. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
We have a motion by trustee Toby Jackson. Do I have a second?
Second.
We have a second by trustee Anaya Luevanos. Look for discussion. I will call trustee. District 2 trustee Toby Jackson.
No discussion.
District 3 trustee Quentin Phillips.
No discussion.
District 4 trustee Daphne Brookins.
No discussion.
District 5 trustee CJ Evans.
No discussion.
District 6 trustee Ann Dar.
No discussion.
District 7 trustee Norman Robbins.
No discussion.
District 8 trustee Anaya Luevanos.
No discussion.
And I am District 1 trustee Jacinto Ramos Jr. and I have no discussion. We will move to vote. As I call your name, trustees, please say yes, no, or abstain. District 2 trustee Toby Jackson.
Yes.
District 3 trustee Quentin Phillips.
Yes.
District 4 trustee Daphne Brookins.
Yes.
District 5 trustee CJ Evans.
Yes.
District 6 trustee Ann Dar.
Yes.
District 7 trustee Norman Robbins.
No.
District 8 trustee Anaya Luevanos.
Yes.
District 1 trustee Jacinto Ramos Jr. and I vote yes. Motion passes 7-4, 1 against. We'll move on to 12H, discussion and action to approve purchase and sell agreement for the sale of 3 acres of land at the northwest corner of Wichita Street and I-20, Fort Worth, Texas 76119, excluding mineral rights. Looking for a motion.
So moved.
We have a motion by trustee Toby Jackson. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
So we have a second by trustee Daphne Brookins. We'll go to discussion. We'll call on each trustee for an opportunity for discussion. District 2, Trustee Toby Jackson, any discussion?
No discussion.
District 3, Trustee Quentin Phillips.
No discussion.
District 4, Trustee Daphne Brookins.
No discussion.
District 5, Trustee CJ Evans.
No discussion.
District 6, Trustee Andar.
No discussion.
District 7, Trustee Norman Robbins.
No discussion.
District 8, Trustee Anaya Luevanos.
No discussion.
District 1, Trustee Jacinto Ramos Jr., and I have no discussion. We will move to vote. I will call your names, trustees. Please say yes, no, or abstain. District 2, Trustee Toby Jackson.
Yes.
District 3, Trustee Quentin Phillips.
Yes.
District 4, Trustee Daphne Brookins.
Yes.
District 5, Trustee CJ Evans.
Yes.
District 6, Trustee Andar.
Yes.
District 7, Trustee Norman Robbins.
No.
District 8, Trustee Anaya Luevanos.
Yes.
And I am District 1, Trustee Jacinto Ramos Jr., and I vote yes. The motion passes 7-4 and 1 against. We will now move on to the letter I, discussion and action to approve purchase and sell agreement for the sale of approximately 2.032 acres of land, more or less, and improvements commonly known as the Thomas Place Community Center, excluding mineral rights. Looking for a motion. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Sorry, who is that?
CJ.
Okay, so we have a motion by Trustee CJ Evans. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second by Trustee Toby Jackson. We'll call on each one of you for any possible discussion. District 2, Trustee Toby Jackson.
No discussion.
District 3, Trustee Quentin Phillips.
No discussion.
District 4, Trustee Daphne Brookins.
No discussion.
District 5, Trustee CJ Evans.
Yes, thank you, President Ramos. I would like to thank the City of Fort Worth for the good work done at Thomas Place all these years. And thank you for being our partner now, as I know the city will continue to serve the neighborhood and Fort Worth ISD students from Thomas Place Community Center.
Thank you. District 6, Trustee Andar. Any discussion?
No discussion.
District 7, Trustee Norman Robbins.
No discussion.
District 8, Trustee Anaya Luevanos.
No discussion.
And I'm District 1, Trustee Jacinto Ramos Jr., and I have no discussion. We will please move to vote. We'll call your names, trustees. Please say yes, no, or abstain. District 2, Trustee Toby Jackson.
Yes.
District 3, Trustee Quentin Phillips.
Yes.
District 4, Trustee Daphne Brookins.
Yes.
District 5, Trustee CJ Evans.
Yes.
District 6, Trustee Andar.
Yes.
District 7, Trustee Norman Robbins.
Yes.
District 8, Trustee Anaya Luevanos.
Yes.
And I am District 1, Trustee Jacinto Ramos Jr., and I vote yes, so the motion passes unanimously, 8-4 and 0 against. We've come to the end of our meeting, so it's opportunity for comments by board members or superintendent on current district activities and announcements. Look for comments. I will call on you individually and opportunity to make some comments. So District 2, Trustee Toby Jackson, do you have any comments tonight?
Thank you, President Ramos. Just a couple. First, I want to thank Alice Turner Jackson and her team for their hard work as our nursing staff throughout the district. And this is a challenging time, and they've really stepped up during COVID-19. So since this is Nurses Week, I wanted to thank them.
Good deal. Thank you. My apologies, my screen went blank here. Technical difficulties. So, should have had these memorized already. So we start.
It's me, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, so no, I appreciate you, President Ramos. And yeah, just briefly, we just went through Teacher Appreciation, Nurses Appreciation Recognition Week, things like that. So just simply reiterating my appreciation for all district employees for all of the hard work that's going into everything that's happening to keep this district running and afloat. Thank you so much for all that you're doing, all of your sacrifices. It really is, it's not unnoticed. It truly is appreciated. And just stick in there. You're almost at the for real end of the academic year. And the light is there, so just keep pushing. But really appreciate you.
Thank you. District 4 Trustee Daphne Brookins, do you have any comments tonight?
Yeah, I've been getting a lot of comments from parents that that didn't realize how hard our teachers work with our students. So I definitely want to make sure the teachers know that they are appreciated, and the parents can't wait till school starts back up. And I'm just hoping when we come back, we'll all have a great attitude and really show our appreciation to work.
Thank you. District 5 Trustee CJ Evans.
No comments. Thank you, President Ramos.
Yeah. District 6 Trustee Andor.
Yes, thank you, President Ramos. I have a couple of comments. One of them is regarding the graduation ceremonies. I fully support the virtual ceremony because with that ceremony, every single student can participate, including to postpone the ceremony would be to eliminate those students that have committed to the military. And I do not want those who have committed to serve our country omitted from that ceremony. That would not be fair. But I applaud the district for finding a way to not only have one, but two graduation celebrations for the class of 2020, one of them being virtual and one of them being face-to-face. And hopefully the CDC guidelines and the governor's guidelines and the commissioner's guidelines will continue to allow us to make that happen at the end of June. So I applaud the district for seeking the input of the students and thinking outside of the box. I also would like to just put in a plug that it is budgeting season, and I know that there are several other school districts who have included raises for their teachers in their budget, and I am hopeful that Fort Worth ISD can consider that as an option as well. I am going to ask the same question that I asked 2 weeks ago, and I'm going to continue to ask this question at the end of every board meeting. So this will give you something to look forward to, is how are we soliciting truly anonymous feedback from all of the stakeholders? That means the students, the teachers, the parents, the custodians, the cafeteria workers, the maintenance crews, the community members. How are we soliciting truly anonymous feedback regarding the remote learning and the curriculum and the transition to remote learning? We need that data so that we can better serve our students should remote learning become a possibility in the future. And then finally, I have a question for Dr. Scribner, and that is that last week, TEA released a document titled Adjusting Your School Year Calendar for COVID-19 Response. And I know that we are in the initial phases of determining how to respond not only to that document, but to the needs of our community. I do not expect that there has been a decision made regarding how we will proceed during the 2020-2021 school year. And I support that decision hasn't been made because I think that at this point it would be premature to make some decisions. But I would love to know the district's response to that document as it is circulating among our community, and they need to be aware of how the district is proceeding as a result of that document.
Dr. Scribner, do you mind if I step in on this one? Just because we worked on that actually today.
That's fine. Thank you, Karen.
Sure. Ms. Starr, our team has been working on taking the commissioner's recommendations and working through a draft calendar, and it kind of piggybacks on your question about a stakeholder survey. Our research and development team has been working on a survey to get the feedback that you just described about online support as well as social emotional support during this time, and really what fears do they have about returning to school and how we can assist as we do plan for the 2021 school year. And we would like to embed some feedback on optional calendar as well, because we want to hear the voices from our parents and students and teachers and about what that calendar could look like and how does it impact them. So we worked on that today. We have a couple of drafts, and then tomorrow we have another follow-up meeting on finalizing, and then a marketing plan on how we can roll that out and get the feedback from all of our stakeholders. So you should be seeing that very soon. That's high on our priority list.
Thank you, Ms. Mulliner.
Thank you, Trustee Dar. Next, we have District 7 Trustee Norman Robbins. Any comments?
Yes, thank you, President Ramos. I continue to be amazed at our staff and how they've responded during this very difficult time, particularly this week with the nurses, which have really been on the firing line since this whole thing began, and also with our teachers. I've reached out to some teachers and having much better appreciation now for what they're going through, how they're adjusting, and what could be done in the future to make it even better. So I'm encouraged. I hope that they're encouraged. I hope that they feel appreciated and honored. Our entire staff has really stepped up, and I'm very proud of that and thank them all very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Robbins. District 8 Trustee Ana Luevanos, any comments?
Thank you, President Ramos. On the second Norm's comments, I'm very encouraged and I see how hard teachers work all around the school district for the best of our students. I'm encouraged to see them, not just the teachers, but from the librarians that make time to read to students and post their lessons and on their storybook on the website online, so students can continue to be engaged. To all the employees across the district, I am very thankful that you have stepped up to this crisis and done your best to help our students all the way across. Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Luevanos. Superintendent Dr. Scribner, any comments?
Yes, thank you, President Ramos. Just to add to Trustee Dar's comments, one of the most difficult decisions that we've had to make dealt with our graduating class of 2020, and I would like to thank our senior class presidents. I met with them a little over a week ago, 25 of them on a Zoom meeting, and they provided excellent feedback. They were thoughtful, they were intelligent, they understood the complexity of the circumstances that presented themselves to us, and they supported the decision for an official virtual graduation, which will take place on Saturday, June 20th, followed by a voluntary commencement celebration the following week, starting on June 23rd. I thought that was a great way to make a participatory decision with those who are most impacted at the center of the decision. So I want to thank the board for allowing me the latitude to speak with our students and make a recommendation that we think is in the best interest, safety, and health of all of our school community.
Thank you, Dr. Scribner. And I guess my closing comments are revolving around a lot of what's been mentioned. I know that for us as a board, we are committed to governance, and we're getting back on that. We took the time that we needed to be able to get a grasp on the unprecedented situation, and super proud of the work that our leadership and our educators are doing for the young people. I'll close from my overall thoughts that my heart hurts for young people that are hurting right now. As I hear more and more from my colleagues around the state and the country about the need for the social and emotional support, the mental health aspect of what's going on in our communities and with our young people, and know that through our governance work, we'll be able to have those conversations, and knowing that we've got a superintendent and a leadership team that's fully committed to young people and student outcomes also includes their absolute well-being. So with that, looks like we have no other comments, and the time is 8:21. Our meeting is adjourned. Everyone stay safe.